All right, so welcome to the right perspective. We always appreciate when you send in interesting material.
Yeah.
And today's no exception. We're going to be doing a deep dive into a transcript.
Okay.
This one comes from a YouTube video on the CMFI USA Miracle Center channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got former President Donald Trump. And he's talking about this thing called the God Bless the USA Bible.
Interesting.
I don't know about you, but I've never seen a president promote a particular Bible before.
That's pretty unique.
So let's jump right in. So
Okay.
what do you think? What was your first impression when you looked at this transcript?
Well, the first thing that hit me was just how much it mixes religion and patriotism and politics. It's all kind of blended together in
Mm.
this narrative about America and its values
Yeah.
and, what it sees as threats to those values.
Okay, so break it down for us a little bit. Where does this video start? What are some of the main points that Trump is making?
Well, right off the bat, Trump is talking about how important Christianity and religion are to America, and he's kind of suggesting that those values are under attack. And
Mm.
he's calling for, people to bring them back.
Oh, okay. So there's a sense of, like we've lost our way or we're straying from
Yeah,
our, core values.
exactly. It's like this idea that the country is, losing its moral compass because people aren't as religious as they used to be.
Okay, I see.
And he doesn't just, talk about it in general terms. He offers this very specific solution.
Okay,
The God Bless the USA Bible.
right. And it's not just like a regular Bible.
No, it's not just a Bible.
Right. There's some other stuff in there.
Yeah, he's put in the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, the Pledge of Allegiance,
Wow.
all alongside the King James Version of the Bible.
It's almost like he's creating like a sacred text of American patriotism.
Yeah.
I mean, have we ever really seen anything quite like this before? Like, is there any sort of historical precedent for this kind of mixing religious and national symbols?
Oh, absolutely. Throughout history, you see leaders and movements trying to connect religious authority with national identity.
Right.
I mean, think about like the divine right of kings, where monarchs said their power came straight from God. So anyone who opposed them was basically going against God.
Right. Yeah.
Or even think about how certain symbols and rituals, like the coronation ceremony in England with all its religious imagery, they're used to kind of legitimize power structures.
Yeah, that's a really good point. So, Trump's kind of tapping into this long history of connecting faith and nationhood. But what's the core message here? What's he really trying to get across?
Well, I think the main argument is that America's in a state of moral decline because people are moving away from Christianity.
Okay.
And the solution is to bring Christianity back and make it a strong force in public life again.
So it's a call to action almost.
Yeah. He uses phrases like Christians are under siege.
Okay. And we must defend God in the public square. And it creates the sense of urgency.
Yeah, there's definitely a sense of like a battle between, good and evil.
Right.
And he doesn't shy away from, naming who he thinks the enemy is. He points fingers at the media and left-wing groups for, trying to silence pro-God voices.
Yeah, and that kind of us versus them rhetoric is a really effective way to rally people
Yeah, it's classic.
by making people feel like they're under attack
Right.
and that they have a common enemy. He can unite his audience and get them to work together.
Yeah, he wants them to join him in this mission to, what does he say? Make America pray again?
Exactly.
Oh, and by the way, that slogan, Make America Pray Again, it's so clearly a play on his Make America Great Again campaign slogan.
Right.
It's like he's directly connecting a return to traditional Christian values with, restoring America's greatness.
Absolutely. He's merging religious and political goals,
Right.
saying that a revival of Christian faith is how we fix America's problems.
And he even brings in Lee Greenwood.
Oh, yeah.
The singer of God Bless the USA, to endorse this Bible.
Talk about appealing to people's patriotism.
Right.
Religion, patriotism, a well-known celebrity figure. That's a powerful combination.
It really is.
Yeah.
He's hitting on all these different levels of emotion. I mean, Greenwood's song is already so deeply ingrained in American culture.
It is.
It makes people think of unity and pride and nostalgia. And by connecting his message with this beloved figure and this beloved song,
Right.
it just gives it so much more appeal and legitimacy.
Exactly. He's very cleverly using these existing feelings to strengthen his own message.
It's fascinating how he uses language to create this sense of urgency and mission, like these phrases, under siege and defend God. They evoke such strong emotions,
You do.
and they make people picture the nation as being under threat. And then he also uses a lot of inclusive language, like we and our, to foster the sense of shared identity and purpose.
Yeah. It's a classic way to rally support and get people to take action. You present a clear and present danger, and then you try to motivate your audience to join you in fighting back.
Against these, perceived enemies of faith and nation.
Exactly.
Speaking of powerful messages and narratives, if you find this kind of analysis interesting, you should definitely check out the Right Perspective channel. We have a whole library of deep dives just like this one, where we explore everything from political rhetoric to the influence of media.
We really dig into all sorts of interesting topics.
Right. So going back to the video,
Okay.
one thing that really stood out to me was how it presents a very particular view of American history and identity.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like Trump talks about how America was built on Judeo-Christian values.
Mm-hmm.
And he says that that foundation is under attack
Mm-hmm.
and that we need to defend it and restore it.
It's interesting, right? It's like he's offering a very nostalgic view of the past, a time when America was more religiously homogenous, and these values were unquestioned and central to the nation's identity.
And, that brings up some really interesting questions about how history is interpreted.
Right.
And how it's used to support modern-day agendas.
Exactly. It makes you think about whose version of history is being presented and whose voices are being left out, and what are the consequences of framing American identity in this particular way.
This video has really given us a lot to think about.
It has.
It's not just about a Bible.
No.
It's about a whole worldview, a way of looking at America's past, present, and future.
It raises questions about the role of religion in shaping national identity and values.
Right.
How do we balance religious freedom with the rights of people who have different beliefs? How do we have respectful conversations about the role of faith in the public sphere?
These are complex issues with no easy answers, but they're conversations that we definitely need to have.
Absolutely.
This has been a fascinating deep dive, looking at these connections between religion, patriotism, and politics.
Yeah, we've seen how language and symbols and historical narratives can all be used to create really powerful messages that connect with certain audiences.
And we've only just scratched the surface here. So if you're intrigued by this kind of analysis and you want to go deeper into these kinds of topics, make sure to subscribe to the Right Perspective channel. We have a ton of insightful content waiting for you. Thanks for listening to the Right Perspective channel.
I'm proud to be partnering with my very good friend Lee Greenwood. Who doesn't love his song, God Bless the USA, in connection with promoting the God Bless the USA Bible. This Bible is the King James Version and also includes our Founding Father documents, yes, the Constitution, which I'm fighting for every single day, very hard, to keep Americans protected. Also, the Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and the Pledge of Allegiance are all part of this God Bless the USA Bible, and it's just very important and very important to me. I want to have a lot of people have it. You have to have it for your heart, for your soul. Many of you have never read them and don't know the liberties and rights you have as Americans and how you are being threatened to lose those rights. It's happening all the time. It's a very sad thing that's going on in our country, but we're going to get it turned around. Religion and Christianity are the biggest things missing from this country. And I truly believe that we need to bring them back, and we have to bring them back fast. I think it's one of the biggest problems we have. That's why our country is going haywire. We've lost religion in our country. All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book. It's a lot of people's favorite book. This Bible is a reminder that the biggest thing we have to bring back America and to make America great again is our religion. Religion is so important. It's so missing, but it's going to come back, and it's going to come back strong, just like our country is going to come back strong. In the end, we do not answer to bureaucrats in Washington. We answer to God in heaven. Christians are under siege. We must protect content that is pro-God. We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. We must defend God in the public square and not allow the media or the left-wing groups to silence, censor, or discriminate against us. We have to bring Christianity back into our lives and back into what will be again a great nation. Our founding fathers did a tremendous thing when they built America on Judeo-Christian values. Now that foundation is under attack, perhaps as never before. What can we do? Stand up, speak out, and pray that God will bless America again. I'm proud to endorse and encourage you to get this Bible. We must make America pray again. Pray, get educated, get motivated, and stand with me and the legions of Americans asking God to bless our great nation, to bring our great nation back, and to make America great again. I'm proud to partner with Lee in this offering. He's a very special man, both as a talent, but maybe even more so as a human being. He's very, very special. And I think you all should get a copy of God Bless the USA Bible now and help spread our Christian values with others. There you have it. Let's make America pray again. God bless you, and God bless the USA.